Hey everyone, my name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thanks for joining me today for Flossmas number 16. It is December 16th, 2022, and this is a daily video series throughout the month of December when I open up a tiny present from Forbidden Fiber Co.'s advent calendar. I show you my stitching. I do a project for the day. I have a random project I choose out of a jar. Drink coffee. Have a giveaway. Talk about stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. I want to welcome my new friends. Welcome back all my returning friends. I will, if you want to see what I'm doing during the day, you can find me on Instagram in these two places. The spoolery is not super active right now. I'm a little swamped, honestly. But I have been posting every once in a while on Dr._Christy. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can check me out there. I want to thank everyone for your kind words, both about my new hair and about getting to 1,400 subscribers. It's super exciting. Getting lots of subscribers isn't my goal. Like, my goal is to share my stitching. I started this channel a couple years ago during the height of lockdown in the summer of 2020 because I really needed someone to talk to. I'm an extrovert and I was extroverting all over my husband. He was really annoyed. And so I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should start a YouTube channel and talk to people who also like stitching. And I do, and that's exciting. But I do have to say, hitting round numbers like that is kind of, it's like a little ping of dopamine. It's like, oh, people like me. People like watching me. So thanks for watching me. And thanks for my hair. I'm looking a little schlubby today. Sorry about that. I have a bunch of errands to run. I'm actually leaving tomorrow. There won't be a video tomorrow. I'm driving from Mississippi to New Jersey tomorrow, hopefully in one shot. So it'll be about 16 or 17 hours. If I don't make it, I will. If I can't make it, I will make it. If I can't make it in one go, I'll stay at a hotel and it's fine. But I'd rather just, blast through. I have audiobooks. That's all you really need. Anyway, enough about that. Oh, I did have a dream. I had a stitchy dream last night. I don't remember much of it, but I'll talk about it later. But first, Forbidden Fiber Co. Day 16 Advent Calendar. It is an even day, which means that it is a floss and pattern day. Ooh, it's another yellow. So this is called Brass Whistle, and this is a goldy yellow. It's showing up kind of more yellowy. It's a pretty good gold. It's a nice gold with only slight variegation, which is nice. I like the threads in this pack because most of them are very tonal. And tonal is useful. So like variegated threads are really fun, but super highly variegated threads are difficult to use in a lot of things. So I do appreciate a good tonal. I am getting so washed out by this white t-shirt. I'm sorry. I actually do have color in my cheeks. All right, let's see where this is in the pattern. Okay, so this is the bits on the front of the train, on like the train grill, to differentiate that. And it looks like there are bells in the corners. Very nice. Of the bells in the corners of the border. I do have my Experiment Advent that I worked on yesterday, but I have to pick them for the rest of the month today because I'm leaving tomorrow, which means that I have to know what I'm doing so I know what I can pack so I can maybe do Experiment Advents while I'm gone. Now, will I have time to do Experiment Advents while I'm away? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to pull them. I'm going to pull the projects and take them with me. I need to get a pen. I will get a pen and write down the dates on them. But, I'll be visiting with family. I only see my family twice a year. So this is kind of my chance. And experimenting actually takes a good bit of time because I'm a terrible planner. So I've talked about my planning difficulties before. We talk about stitching planning, right? And how they don't work for me, whatever. But I don't enjoy planning at all. I'm much, in all aspects of my life, I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of person. So when I travel, I'll buy a ticket and then have a place to stay maybe and then decide when I'm there, like where, like I'll only plan like the first half. And then once I get there, I'll be like, oh, I'm flying to Italy in 2 days. Maybe I should buy a ticket. In case you're wondering, that actually happened multiple times. I was staying with a friend in Wales and I was going to go to Italy. So I had a hotel in Italy and I had no way to get to Italy 3 days before I had to be in Italy. This is my life. So this also goes for my crafting, and there is a purpose to this. So my experiment for yesterday was to stitch on tea bags. And so this is what I came up with. And it is a moth. I stitched a moth. So I stitched the tea bags onto fabric, and then I stitched a moth. I did not design this moth. I found a line image on Google for a moth. I did freehand it though. I didn't trace it on, and I think it turned out okay as a freehand. But do I think that stitching on the actual tea bag adds more than tea dyeing fabric? I don't know. I do like the very stark modeling that's on it. I think that's very nice. But I do think that had I planned this better, I could have planned the design I was going to do. And because I think that something that the tea bags do that's interesting is that they're very thin. So they're a bit translucent. So I could have layered it. I could have made like layered collage-y kinds of things instead of just stitching down a bunch of tea bags and then stitching on them. So do I like it? Yes. Is this going on my gallery wall? Probably. Do I wish I had planned it out beforehand? Yes. And I am kind of feeling that with a bunch of these, because like if I'd watched the card weaving video before actually card weaving, I could have gotten more card weaving done in the time I had. I don't know. I just feel like, although that's kind of part of the fun, is to like explore it during the day. I don't know. If I do experiment again, or another experiment series, I may, like in May, Stitch Mayhem might be projects. Anyway, I think I would plan it more. I say that, but I won't. I know myself, I won't. But this can go on a hoop and go on my gallery wall. There you go, experiment for yesterday. I need to take pictures of it. I do think it's very sweet though, and I like the texture. It has a lot of really good texture, and there are still floppy bits. Yeah, I do like the texture. So there we go. All right, I have my jar of possibilities. I have a pen. Let's pick what we're doing for today. Today I get to teach myself how to crochet a granny square. That's exciting. So that is for the 16th. So I'll show this to you. Hopefully I'll be able to do a Flossmas on the 18th. Let's see what I'm doing on the 18th. The 18th is organic stitching on Chevis's fabric. So let me get that for you and show you. So Chevis of Cheverell Stuff podcast, let me fix my bangs here, was playing around with tie-dye. And those of you who watch her channel know that she has a tie-dyed sheep banner that she made to take to fiber shows to take pictures in front of, that then she embroiders the fiber show that she went to on it and the year. Well, she did tests before she did the big, the big banner, and she posted one of her tests, and I loved it. I thought it would be fantastic for organic stitching. So this is the test she did. This is the fabric that she made. And I asked if I could have it to stitch on, and she gave it to me. So I am apparently on the 18th going to do some organic stitching on this fabric. Now I'm going to start in a corner because I think I can get four. My plan is to get 4 small stitchings out of this. So if we take a 6-inch hoop, I can actually do 4. Oh, that's cutting it a little tight. I might do a 4-inch hoop. No, I think a 6-inch hoop. So if I do 4, I can do 4 6-inch hoops worth of stitching on this. Easily. So that's the plan. And this is kind of a follow-up to the organic stitching that I did on my floral fabric from earlier in the month. That's the 18th. Now, the 19th or 20th, my stepmom and I are going to New York City to go to the Met, Metropolitan Museum of Art, because they have an amazing Tudor art exhibit. I really want to go see this. So I will not have an Experiment Advent project either the 19th or the 20th. So this project is for the other day. And it is Embroider Botanicals on Paper. That'll be good. So that's the 19th or 20th. I have handmade paper, and my bangs are terrible today. I'm sorry, everybody. You have to look at me. I'm sorry you have to look at me today. I have handmade paper, and I'm going to stitch some flowers and leaves and stuff on them. So that's for the 19th or 20th. The 21st is Cyanotype print woven into a bag. I can at least weave it. Well, I don't have to finish the project. I just have to start the project. This is the 21st. 22nd. Ooh, 22nd is shell embroidery. I have these amazing shells. So I found these shells on the beach when I was hanging out with my friends in New Jersey over the summer, and they all have holes in them. And so I was going to embroider on them. So the shell embroidery is the 22nd. The 23rd, and that's good because I think, yeah, because I think on the 22nd I have plans, so that'll be super quick. The 23rd is Cyanotype leaves on fabric. Okay, so I also found these amazing leaves at my mom's house that have holes in them. That will look really good on Cyanotype. So this is the 23rd. And then the last one is the 24th. What is it? Fabric pastels and stitching. So I have these fabric pastels that I've never used. In fact, they're still in the plastic. So this is good. These are all very portable projects. This is the 24th. So here are my projects for the rest of Advent. And you know what to expect, and I know what to expect. I'm sorry I ruined the surprise, but I need to be able to plan it. But luckily it looks like it's mostly small projects. I do need to see how much fabric I have that is pre-cyanotyped. I need to put that in a dark bag, a dark package, because it can't have light on it or else it will develop. So I need to check on my cyanotype fabric and see if I have how much I have prepped. Otherwise, that all seems very doable and very packable, so very small. Because I can just use the thread for my other projects. Right? I mean, I just keep them in my other project bags. So I'll take my HAED with me, which has a lot. I'll take my HAED and my temperature drink shelf with me, because there are a lot of colors in there, and just kind of steal colors from there from those projects for these projects. And I think that that'll be great. So I just need to bring some shells, some leaves, some fabric. It'll be great. All right. I do have stitching. I worked on my Steotchalong project yesterday. I am almost done. I am on track to finish today, which is great. I only have about 130 stitches left to go. And there we go. This stupid blue flower, I had to do that 3 times. I had to rip it out twice. I was on a stitchy Zoom. I was trying to count. I was too far down. I was too far over. And finally I'm like, do I need to like do this? And my friend Marcia was like, well, it's not a symmetrical pattern, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, it is supposed to be symmetrical, Marcia. It's supposed to be symmetrical. And I kept seeing it and I'm like, that's gonna really frustrate me. So I ripped it out, but now it's even. I have a flower in the middle and some doodads. Oh, it's very much like this one. So it'll kind of have these flowers. I have some of like these flowers and I have to fill in the middles. But it should be a pretty quick stitch. So that should be done tonight, and then I can take a picture of it and post it to the Google Drive for my part of the Steotchalong final submission. And I'll feel good about that, that I, you know, participate in the team. I've kind of dropped off of Steotchalong. I've been so busy with other things, but I've been checking in every once in a while. Speaking of Steotchalong, I got more packages from them yesterday. So I got some stickers. You've already seen this. I got their new logo, which is like a realistic stork scissors. And then I got another sticker. Surely you can take another project on. So I got those. And in fact, it came in this really sturdy envelope. I might put all of my like future sewing machine stickers in here. And then I also got one of their t-shirts. So there we go. That's my haul. That's my haul for the day. Oh, speaking of haul, my friend Jody from Trixie Tricycle, who I've talked about numerous times, is launching her new linen dyeing company called Cedar River Linens. And I'll post a link down below. And the store opens today at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I have already set an alarm, and you will not get this till after it's open, I'm sure. But she's starting out with like a limited color palette that is inspired by her. She lives in the Pacific Northwest, and so it's inspired by the Pacific Northwest nature, and it is beautiful. In particular, she has a neutral green that I think really fills a need in the market. It is hand dyed, so there is variegation, but it's really light variegation. She's going for neutrals, and I think that she really killed it. So if you are in the market for, and she also does Aida, so if you're in the market for stitchy fabric that is not as variegated but has like sort of gorgeous rich colors, check her out. Like I said, I'll link her down below. So I wanted to make sure I said that. Oh, before we get to the giveaway, I had a dream last night. I think I'm having anxiety about traveling. I think I'm having anxiety, like travel anxiety dreams, but my anxiety is apparently that I'm not taking the projects that I need to take with me. So my dream was I was on a bus, like not like a Greyhound bus, but like a public transportation bus. So I was sitting sideways facing in at the front of this bus, and it was like full of people. And I realized that I hadn't taken any of my Experiment Advent projects, and I didn't think that I had any cross-stitching projects with me on this trip. Something happened, and I said sort of out loud that I didn't have stitching. I don't know if my husband was with me or not. I said to someone that I didn't have stitching, and someone perked up on the bus and was like, oh, you stitch? And I kind of stood up, and I'm like, where are my stitchers at? And everyone on the bus stood up. It was like all of my like YouTube, Instagram, internet stitchy friends, and I don't have anyone like in particular who was there, but it was just like all these like stitchers on the bus. And then I found 2 of my stitching projects, and it was like a happy ending. That was my dream last night. So, where my stitchers at? I should cross stitch that. That's my dream. So let's do a gift today. And today, oh, I need to take my little bin of gifts with me too. So the gift today is, I think, going to be another little scissors fob. And this is a steampunk clock inspired scissors fob. It's a little short silk spool. These are my favorite spools. I love these spools. So it's a short silk spool. It has some key charms and a little clock charm and a lobster claw clasp. So if you're interested in winning this, please put thread in the comments down below. Please, you must be 18. Please be a subscriber. Don't say giveaway, free, prize, etc. I will ship them anywhere in the world, but if they get lost in the mail, I'm not going to replace them. And I am doing the drawing at the end of the month, in my last floss tube of the month, which will be at the end of December when I get back from my trip. So this is for the 16th, this cute little scissors fob. Put thread down below. All right, my friends, thanks so much for joining me today. I need to find my crochet needles because I'm sure that they're somewhere easy. I have tried, I mean, it's a mess in here, but it's a organized mess. I know in the mess where things are. And then I need to watch a tutorial to find out how to do a granny square. And then I need to stitch a granny square. So if I don't finish that today, I may finish it tomorrow on a, when I'm eating lunch or something in a rest stop in the middle of Tennessee. I may be crocheting a granny square. I hope you have a wonderful day full of stitching and crafting that brings you joy and happiness. So I will see you on the 18th of December for, I'm still going to call it Flossmas 18 because I'm not going to remember. It'll just confuse me. So it'll be Flossmas 18 on the 18th, and I will see you in a couple days. Thanks so much for joining me. Please take good care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.